Sup y'all, it's Solo. So I bought a FLIR camera. What's a FLIR camera? It is a camera that can see in the thermal infrared spectrum. Now you may be saying, Solo, you already own an infrared camera. You've shown me all these pictures you've taken with your infrared and ultraviolet camera. And yes, it is indeed an infrared camera, but it does not go that deep into the spectrum as this thing does. You see, you go from visible light to near infrared to thermal infrared, but my camera can only see between this visible infrared and near infrared. This camera can see all the way over to the deep infrared, to the thermal side. So let's open it up and take a look. I'm really liking this like Molex style bag on it already. This is just a great carrying case, it is. And it looks like a smartphone or like a GPS device, right? Really simple. It even has a little hook so you can just hook it on something to carry it with you. It looks like it's a very good utility device. And this thing has two cameras on it, which superimposes an image. So you have the thermal camera here, and then you have the visual camera here. Now, the visual camera uses just your normal kind of glass with a hot mirror, which blocks infrared and ultraviolet light. But this mirror up here is probably made of a germanium crystal, and this allows all the light spectrums through, including thermal infrared, which normal glass doesn't allow. Now, to make this little lens is probably a few $100s by itself because it's made of a crystal. And that's why these things are so expensive. This camera was a few $100s. I think, I'd have to look exact. I think it was less than 500. Might have been right around 500. But the technology required to make these thermal cameras is quite extreme. But once you have one, you have a very valuable tool to start using. Let's turn it on. Oh, wrong button. There's that classic FLIR. Forward-looking infrared is what that stands for. I'm going to power this up. It takes a moment for it to all come up here. Gotta boot up. Oh, it's coming alive. Oh, that's cool. So literally, where you touch, where are you freezing? There you go. My fingerprints, because they're warm, it leaves a mark there. That's really cool. So as you can see, my hand here, very warm, very warm. Now, besides just looking at yourself with a camera, what can you do with these things? Well, you can do quite a few things actually. One is you can check for heat loss around your house. You can go look at old door frames and old windows on a cold day, and you can see the heat escaping around those things. Another good use is, say you work with computers and you're trying to locate a part that's getting very hot. Instead of touching it with your hand or using a thermal probe, you can just look at it with this thing. Let's see if my phone even emits any heat. No, not much. No. It's just a reflection of the light above. So there's definitely a couple uses for this thing. I'm also curious outdoors, what kind of range, how far I can see things in that thermal range. So there's going to be a lot of experimenting to do with this thing. And I already have a few use cases already planned for it. And I'm hoping to make some videos and content using this device as well. As this thing is really awesome. Having a thermal camera. It's something I've wanted my whole life, honestly. And you know, I gotta thank Hive and everyone that's helped me along the way with my posts. Thank you for helping me get things like this, y'all. Now I'm gonna return the favor and make some really cool content. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off now. And we can take a look at the box that it came in. Really fancy box here. And so you can see how it shows that things are superimposed. This is like a fuse box right here. And yeah, it's really fancy. I like it a lot. I'm really looking forward to start playing with this thing a little more. Do some cool things with it. Anyway, this is the FLIR C5 camera. And just want to give you all an update on one of the purchases I made, and soon I'm going to be making some cool content with this. So stay tuned, y'all. Take care.